Mikel, a point against a really stubborn Forest side, but how disappointed are you not to win the game, particularly with Man City dropping points earlier as well?
Yeah, particularly for us, because we came here to win the game, and at the end we haven't managed to do that. And credit to them, the manner that they are organised and the game that they want to provoke constantly. But we knew that when you have 4 big chances that we have with Martinelli, open goal, Declan Rice, Mikel Merino, Bukayo Saka, at the end you have to find the margin to win the game, because again we haven't conceded a single shot on target. But yeah, disappointing not to win it.
So your reflection on the game is more that you missed the opportunities in front of goal that could have won the game for you?
Well, I think it's clear, because we haven't conceded anything.
When you look at the substitutions you made, you obviously brought Leandro Trossard on at half-time and another 3 substitutions within 10 minutes of the second half. What were you looking to change at that point? How were they frustrating you?
No, it wasn't a manner of frustration. It's trying to find other ways to open them up as well, to find the solutions. Leo brought something else, then we brought Gavi, Bukayo with the header, the clear penalty, obviously, that we had not to forget. That is a clear penalty in the box that is not been given. So that's the margins.
Yeah, I saw you gesturing to the 4th official that you thought that was a handball. That's one you're referring to.
I saw it live, I saw it here, and I saw it now again. And yeah, it is very unnecessary, but he brings the ball in with the hand, so it's a clear penalty.
Has the referee spoken to you? Did the 4th official give any reason? Obviously, people are going to look at this as a missed opportunity for Arsenal to go 9 points clear, but can you actually look back at this potentially as a really good point taken at a tough place to come?
Well, we have to do it, do that, try to learn and improve, and the league shows how difficult it is. Nobody's winning, because it's so tough, and especially when we have the situation that we had today, we have to put them away, and there are other areas as well that you have to give credit to the opponent.
Up next, it's Inter Milan. You're top of the Champions League table, so how do you approach that game with a big game against Manchester United in the league to come next weekend as well?
Yeah, we'll recover from this one, and after tomorrow we will start preparing that.
Thanks, Mikel.
Thank you.
Yeah, Inter away next for Arsenal. Mikel Arteta there saying it was a clear penalty that his side should have had after that Ola Aina handball there. He said he brings the ball in with his hands, Stephen. The Premier League Match Centre said it came off his shoulder first and the arm was in a natural position.
I think it'll split opinion, this one. I think his body action is natural coming towards the ball, because he has got to turn into the pitch. I think you would feel a little bit hard done by an Arsenal lad that hasn't at least had a look at in terms of going to the screen. But I don't think it's a real clear and obvious mistake from the referee in the first place, because we've seen it in slow motion and it looks worse than in real time. So I think it would have been a little bit soft and unfair on Forest, in my opinion. But I can understand why the manager's frustrated, Mikel Arteta.
Do you see it coming off his shoulder first, Martin, and that arm being in a natural position?
To be honest, they're 2 separate things. There's enough of a gap between. It hits his shoulder, and then he seems to cup the ball. He seems to move his arm around. Now, maybe from this angle, they thought, oh, maybe it wasn't. But certainly the one before, it looks to me like...
I think Anderson's as well, the pressure of Anderson as well moves his body even more to it as well. I think it would have been really harsh on Forest.
I would have liked the referee to go on and have a look, though, to see if he...
Well, she would, you're an Arsenal fan. We know that, man.
Yeah, we know
also,
that.
Martin, we do keep asking for this high bar, don't we, to say that we want the referees.
We're asking for the right
stand.
decisions.
We don't want too many interventions in games, and that bar has to be high before the referee goes to a monitor. Would that be high enough?
Subjectivity, it all comes down to someone.
Going to the screen an awful lot more than we already are, though, if for situations like that, like ricochets or motions where your body's going to, I think we'd be given a lot more penalties.
Yeah,
if it was to go to the monitor.
Yeah.
Well, are you a Liverpool fan?
Of course I am.
Well, you'd have wanted that when you was a penalty.
No, listen, I think there's a shout there. I don't think it's as clear as Martin and Mikel Arteta are saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's blatant and clear, especially in real time for the referee's point of view. And I think you've got to be careful, you're not clutching at straws a little bit, because that's not the reason why they haven't got maximum points today. The reason is because they were very wasteful in the first half and the keepers made a world-class save. I thought Arsenal's performance was good today. They controlled large parts of the game. They created enough chances to win the game. But I think if the focus from an Arsenal point of view is just on that decision, I think the clutch.
These are the chances from the second half, Martin. Did they have to do better with them?
I think the Saka chances. I mean, the save from the goalkeeper that we're just going to see now is like things are against you when a keeper makes a save like that. But there were enough gilt-edge opportunities. Stephen's right. We were arguing here about a penalty, but you take whatever's on offer. And it might have been one of those days where you get it opens a door for you to win a football match. It certainly didn't come from set pieces. I thought Forest dealt with that very well. And it's just that killer instinct. And maybe the chances early on for certainly Martinelli came a bit too soon.
I thought that was a big chance as well, Moreno.
And he normally gets you out of trouble, doesn't he, that player?
Yeah.
It's an 11th clean sheet for them, though. So if you're not at your best and you're not going to take all 3 points from the game, at least
it's important you don't lose the game. And they've limited Forest to everything. As I say, they've controlled large parts. It was a decent performance from Arsenal today. It just lacked a bit of that killer instinct. And I think it's the Martinelli chance, the one that hits him on the heel. That is a side foot pass into the far corner. I think 9 times out of 10, most players at an Arsenal level should be taking that chance. That was
we
the
were right
chance.
next to it, weren't we?
That was the big chance.
It looked as if he was.
That should have been a goal, and then they maybe would have went on to more things because Forest have to come out from the low block and be a bit more adventurous. But while the game's 0-0, it allowed Sean Dyche and his team to really be disciplined and stay in and take the space away from Arsenal.
It's Inter away next. Arsenal in a brilliant position in the Champions League, Martin. Won every game so far. But then it's Manchester United after that, which all of a sudden is looking like a much harder game for you.
Manchester United is always a great game for the Arsenal fans. They can't wait to get them back to the Emirates. Fantastic win for them today. Arsenal go 1 point above City. As you said, it's been a great weekend for Aston Villa, who now have to make it count against Everton, and they play Newcastle, your favourite team, the following week. So, Man City, I think, are Wolves next. There's lots twists and turns to come. You've just got to win the games when they're there to be won. And I thought Arsenal missed a great opportunity here today.
Would you be looking at it as an Arsenal player going into that game against Man United now as a chance to show that you are a level above Manchester City this season after what they've just done to them in the derby today?
Well, I think from an Arsenal point of view, I think the manager and the players will just be focusing on Arsenal and the games and the fixtures that are in front of them. I think the Champions League will be a nice break from the league for them. Another big competition where they're expected to go and do well in. But they'll welcome Manchester United to.
They've got
the
7
Emirates
days
next
now.
week, and they'll be
United are
really
out of every
confident.
Competition, aren't they?
But they'll be really confident at home, Arsenal, that they can go and put in a performance and beat Manchester United. But they're going to have a Manchester United team coming with a bit more confidence and a bit more belief.
Well, guys, thank you very much for your company tonight. Martin, you didn't win, but Arsenal 7 points clear. And the good news is you are still Arsenal's all-time top Premier League scorer here at the City Ground.
I was more than happy to lose that.
Sean Dyche there praising his players as well for their commitments and keeping the shape today. What could have been a 9-point gap at the top of the table is not right now. And I want to look at the next couple of fixtures coming from Arsenal because it's very, very interesting, the games that they have coming up. And we could see a very different looking top of the table.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they've been brilliant in the Premier League and the Champions League, but you think about Inter in the Champions League, a very good side, top of Serie A. Then you've got United, who under Michael Carrick have been terrific. You think about Leeds away, Chelsea, Sunderland. They're not. I mean, they're not guarantees, so that's why the United game is massive. Today, I think a draw's fine. Don't you think, Ray?
Yeah, absolutely.
Take the point. If you win at home against Man United, then you're back in a great position. Still 7 points at the moment. I know Villa play tomorrow. They're in a good spot, Arsenal. They just got to continue on the run.
Clearly cheated Arsenal. No call. Arsenal's frustration against Nottingham Forest. This news delves into the heated debate surrounding the controversial no call in the Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest match, examining the implications of referee Michael Oliver's decision and the role of VAR in modern football. In the ever-competitive landscape of the Premier League, every decision made during a match can have profound implications on a team's performance and morale. The clash between Arsenal and Nottingham Forest at the City Ground on a Saturday afternoon quickly turned into a focal point of controversy when a crucial penalty call was denied to the Gunners. Fans, pundits, and analysts alike erupted in debate over Michael Oliver's decision to not award a penalty for what many believed was a clear handball by Forest defender Ola Aina. This article extensively discusses the events that transpired during the match, scrutinizes the roles of the refereeing team, and highlights the broader implications of such decisions in the realm of professional football. Arsenal, renowned for their attacking prowess, visited Nottingham Forest with high hopes of securing 3 points. The match unfolded in a tightly contested manner, with both teams displaying moments of quality but failing to convert them into goals. By the time the second half commenced, Arsenal was pressuring Nottingham Forest, seeking the breakthrough that would secure their victory. However, the crucial moment that would spark controversy occurred shortly after halftime. The moment of controversy arose when Gabriel Jesus found himself in the vicinity of an attempted clearance by Nottingham Forest's Ola Aina and Elliot Anderson. As both defenders tried to shield the ball out of play, Aina and Anderson failed to decisively clear the danger, leading to a chaotic exchange in the penalty area.